Hello, everyone. It's Jessa here. We are going to talk about our camp out and hiking trip to Shiloh National Military Park. And first, we will talk about planning my camp menu. We have just a little bit of time to get ready for this adventure, and so I wanted to send you this video to help you get ready. Now let's remember, we'll be loyal scouts. We are WEBELOS, and our WEBELOS have created patrols. We have the Everything Patrol. And remember, patrol, we need to come up with a yell, a song, or a chant, and decide how we're going to make our flag. We also need to think about leadership within our patrol and a code of behavior so that we all know what we expect from each other. We also have our sibling girls Unipuppy Patrol, and we've created some great graphics for you here. Now, WEBELOS, I wanted to talk to you first about why we're going on this camp out. It's important that you remember you are earning something for this hard work that you're about to do. So before I show you all the things that you have to do, let's take a look at all the wonderful things that you can earn. Starting at the top, we have your cast iron chef, followed by your WEBELOS walkabout. Next are 3 electives adventures that you will be earning parts of on our campout: the Castaway, Into the Wild, and Into the Woods. Now, Cast Iron Chef and WEBELOS Walkabout are 2 required adventures that you have to complete in order to call yourself a WEBELOS. We are going to do as much as we can on our campout and hike to take care of these adventures. Of course, we may have some other extra things we need to finish up when we're finished with our campout, but it won't be a lot. You're also going to earn 2 very special hiking badges that most people probably don't even know exist. You can see the Shiloh Battlefield Trek and the Shiloh Indian Mounds Trek. These are special patches that you can only earn by going to the Shiloh Military Park and hiking these 2 trails that we are going to hike while we're there. So just know all the work is definitely worth it. Okay, so what are our goals? Let's think about this for a second. I can plan a menu for my family's campout. Okay, WEBELOS, so that's your job. You need to think about your family. How many people are in your family? What kinds of things do you all like to eat and drink? What are healthy food choices and healthy drink choices for a campout and a hiking trip? What kinds of things will be easy to cook at camp and clean up after? Okay, that's your job, to make a menu. Next, you have to make a grocery list. That's right, Mom and Dad are not shopping for you. They might need to drive you there, but you need to do the shopping. You're going to talk to your parent about the budget. How much money do you have to spend to take care of the food and drink for your camp out with your family? You will go shopping and do your best to stay on budget. Okay, we will go over the items that you will need to show to your den leaders to provide evidence of your hard work. And finally, you will be cooking the meal at camp. So decide what recipe you want to cook and be prepared to prepare your meal. Keep in mind, you have to cook one of your meals that you plan for using a traditional camp-out method of cooking. Okay, so when you're looking at your recipe choices, make sure that the WEBELOS is going to be able to prepare that meal for the family. Before the camp out, each WEBELOS will need to talk with your parent or your guardian about your camp out food budget. How much money do you have to spend? Research some healthy and simple recipes perfect for camping. Complete the camp menu plan to show to the den leaders. And write a grocery list of all the needed supplies, food, and drinks for your camp menu. And save your grocery list to show to your den leaders. I know you can do it. Okay, before the camp out, you also need to go shopping. Shop for those items on your grocery list. Keep track of your budget and show your den leaders how you stayed on budget by keeping your receipt. Finally, you need to help pack for camp. Get your cooler, get your storage bags, pack up everything that you needed for your recipes and for your camp out menu, and make sure that you have them ready to go. Also think about what items you may need to successfully cook and prepare your meals at camp. We're going to look at a list together here in just a moment. All right, so once we're prepared for camp, during the camp out, you are going to tell your den leaders and all of the other WEBELOS about the meal that you are going to cook. Show the ingredients that you need and explain how you're going to prepare the meal. Then, of course, you're going to cook it and eat it, and it's going to be awesome. Okay, so you can look at the camp out menu plan. I will be sending this out to everyone in email so that you have it available. So let's take a moment to look at this together now. Here is the camp menu plan. Okay, you are going to write in for each meal what food and drink you need. Then you'll create a grocery list so that you know what to purchase at the store. Of course, based on your list and how many people are in your family that are going camping with you, your family needs to think about the budget. How much money can you afford to spend? And how much money might you need to spend to be able to feed everybody for that amount of time? Finally, part 4, you get to go to the grocery store and shop. Now, planning a budget is one thing, but sticking to the budget, now that's another thing. If you spend less than your budget, good job saving money. If you accidentally go over your budget, I guess we've learned something for next time. It's okay if you don't stick to your budget, but do your best, okay? Part 5, packing for the trip. We talked about this. We've put together a little list for everyone to think about, okay? You should be prepared to cook what you need to cook for your meal and to feed your family. But really, we can work together to make this happen. Everybody needs their own mess kit. We'd prefer to use washable, reusable mess kits, not paper and plastic, so that we aren't wasting. Let's be conservation minded. So, if you can bring your own mess kit, then our den can work together to provide all of the remaining items. And this is something that we'll talk about as parents and adults and make sure that everybody's helping bring some of these items, but not everyone needs to bring all of them. Okay, part 6. This is really important that you prepare ahead of time because we probably won't be able to look at the computer and download and print our recipe once we're at the campsite, okay? What recipe did you choose to cook? Are you going to cook breakfast? Are you making something special for lunch? Maybe you're making the dinner recipe. Whatever it is, have this information available to share with everyone at camp. What's the name of your recipe? Why is it healthy? What are the ingredients? What do you need to cook with? And then, how do you prepare the meal? Let's take a moment to look at an example together. This is an example of my menu. You can see I'm preparing simple sandwiches, drinking lots of water, and everything that I'm making is really easy to clean up after. I've taken my food menu plan and I've turned it into a nice grocery list. If I'm making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, I'm probably going to need peanut butter, jelly, and bread. If we're drinking water, I'm probably going to need some water. If my snack is a granola bar and a juice box, I'm probably going to need some granola bars and juice boxes. You get the idea. Something I didn't think about that crossed my mind when I was planning to cook my pepperoni Dutch oven pizza was something important: non-stick baking spray. Let's make sure we think ahead. What are you cooking for your meals, and what types of items might you need to bring that may not be something that you actually eat? Okay. Part 3, my budget. I think I could probably stay pretty close to $100 to feed 4 people for the entire camp out. It might seem like a lot, but really, 4 people is a lot too. And we all know Mr. Derek loves to eat. Part 4, 5 are the exact same as what we just looked at. Go to the grocery store, do your best to stay on budget, and remember the things we need to bring to camp. Let's look at an example of a recipe. I chose the Dutch oven pizza. It has tomatoes in the sauce, which we all know are a vegetable. Actually, they're a fruit, but shh, they're really healthy. I know I'm going to get lots of protein from the meat and cheese also has milk, which has calcium. And you know what? Let's face it, we're going to be coming back from a hike. I need lots of calories to refuel and get energized. Okay, so I made a list of my ingredients. I made a list of the cookware that I might need. And I also wrote down the directions to follow in order to cook this meal. Okay? I can't make Dutch oven pizza without a Dutch oven. I'm going to need a fire with hot coals. These are all things that we need to think about now before we are on the camp out. So let's get back to our presentation. Once we have accomplished everything to do with cooking food, planning for food, and eating some delicious food, we need to think about our hike. The hike is the second most important part of this adventure, okay? And so I need your help to plan the hike. Our hiking goals include preparing a day pack. Now, again, you need to prepare your day pack for the hike before we get to the campsite. You need to make sure you have everything you need and that you don't forget or leave anything behind. You need to be able to hike 3 miles with your den. On our hike, we will identify trees, plants, and animals. We will recite the outdoor code and the leave no trace. We will practice hiking safety and talk about what to do if we get lost in the woods. And we will practice different leadership roles. Remember, our patrol needs leadership. And so we will practice taking turns being in charge of maybe things like leading on the trail. We could be in charge of food and drink breaks. We could be in charge of first aid emergencies. Okay, to prepare for the hike before camp, make sure we review the WEBELOS 10 essentials that you need while hiking. That's right, I said 10, and when we look at the list together, there's actually 11. But it used to be only 6 Cub Scout essentials. Guess what? You're WEBELOS now. You have to memorize 5 more items to bring with you, okay? We will also discuss our hiking plan. The hiking plan is something we'll talk about when we're actually on our camp out, but I want you to be prepared that we will be learning where we're going to hike and what the trail is like. Think about dangers we might encounter, poisonous plants, animals, or insects that we might encounter on the trail. Those are things you could be thinking about ahead of time, so speak with us about once we get there. Also, you should practice hiking a few miles at a time before our big day. We're going to hike 2 miles first, and our second hike will be 3 miles long, and we want you to be ready. Let's take a look at the WEBELOS 10 essentials. You need a first aid kit, a filled water bottle, a flashlight or some kind of light source, maybe a headlamp, trail food, sunscreen or sun protection, a whistle, map, and compass, your pocket knife, rain gear, matches or fire starters, and extra clothing, especially an extra pair of socks in case your feet get wet. Okay? Now, of all of these items, I'm definitely going to talk to you about your pocket knife and your matches or fire starters. There's a safe way to carry and use these items, and they are not toys, okay? They are tools. And so it's very important that you are responsible with these items at camp. Once you have your 10 essentials packed into a backpack of some sort that you can carry, go out and practice taking a hike. Make sure you fill your water bottles. See how heavy your bag's going to be when you're out hiking, okay? Keep it simple, but keep those items with you and go take a hike. Of course, believe in yourself because I know you can do this. It is a long journey to hike 3 miles at one time. It may take up to 2 to 3 hours for us to complete that type of hike. Maybe we'll go faster, maybe not, but you need to be prepared and do your best. Oh, you might be thinking, oh man, this is so much to remember. What am I going to do? Don't panic. You can get in touch with me, give me a call, or send me an email. Let me know what questions you have, or let me know if you need help, okay? I'm here for you, and I want to help you be successful. I also want to say how much I appreciate all of your hard work and all of the effort that you put into being an amazing WEBELOS. We can do it. And finally, let's make sure that we have fun. I'm so excited for our camp out, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I can't wait to see all of the exciting recipes that you put together.